Hi, hello guys. This is Mr. Leshin, and this is JSS2 class. How have you been? And let me welcome you back again to class. I know this is a different way by which we meet before. I believe by God's grace we'll be back in class properly again. So this week I will be looking at Polygon. So I would like to take you through the concept of polygon, these types of polygon. We have the regular and the irregular polygon, the angles of a polygon. We have the interior and the exterior. So I would like to take you through all this, and you should follow accordingly because this is a new step. And I believe if you follow accordingly, you understand everything that it's made up of. So let's look at what we're going to be doing in talking about polygon, JSS2 angles and polygon. So our learning objective is at the end of the lesson, students should be able to explain the concept of polygon. What polygon means. You explain it. I'll take you through all that. Differentiate between regular and irregular polygon. These are the types of polygon we have. And explain the interior angles of a polygon. The angles inside a polygon are called the interior angle. We'll explain that further as we continue. And explain the exterior angle, the angle outside the shapes of a polygon are called the exterior angle, and solve problem using the involving sides and angle of a polygon. So at the end of the class, I believe we should be able to achieve all these 5 stated learning objectives. I believe we should be able to. So let's look at the definition. A polygon is a closed figure where the sides are all line segments. Where the sides are all line segments, each side must intersect exactly two other sides, but only at their endpoint. Let me tell you, a polygon is like a closed shape. They are closed whereby all the sides of the shape meet at end. They are connected at end to end of each side. They are connected at end to end, not that a line is meeting another line at the middle. No, it meets. Let's look at, for example, a triangle. It's a three-side shape. That's what 3 sides. Whereby this line of a triangle meets the other line and cross and connect with the other one. Let me take you through that. Look at this shape. These are the shapes. Look at the triangle there. All the lines meet. It's a closed line. They all meet at end to end. Look at the next one, the quadrilateral. Look at the next one, the pentagon, down to the decagon. All the sides, they meet at end to end. All sides meet at end to end. So that's what the definition is talking about. And it's saying a polygon is usually named after how many sides it has. That is, the side of a polygon determine the name of that polygon. The side of a polygon determine the name of that polygon. That is, look at the triangle, it's a 3-side, quadrilateral is a 4-side, and the pentagon is a 5-side. So let me take you through all this. Excuse me, the sides of a polygon. 3 is a triangle. If any shape has 3 sides, as a triangle, a quadrilateral has 4 sides, a pentagon has 5 sides, an hexagon has 6 sides, heptagon has 7 sides, octagon down to decagon. The side define the name of that polygon. I repeat again, the side define the name you give that polygon. You don't see a side with 7 shape, which is an heptagon, then you call it a pentagon. No, because it's a polygon. No, you don't do that. That side gives it a name. Let's say you have a 50-side shape, 50th gon. As you understand what I'm saying? The side determines the name of the polygon. Let me take you through all the sides are the shape. According to shape, look at a triangle. Let us count the line. We have 1, 2, and 3. If you count the line very well, we have 1, 2, and 3. Look at quadrilateral. If you look at the sides, it's like a square or a rectangle. These are quadrilaterals. They have 4 sides. Look at the pentagon from point to point. Count it gradually from point to point. Look at the next one, the hexagon. It has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the most important thing is that they meet at what? End to end. Every line segment are connected what? End to end. Look at the decagon. Take your time and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The lines, they meet at what? End to end and are connected together. And the lines are what? 10 lines. Nonagon, take your time to count. You make sure it's 9. Octagon is 8. Heptagon is 7. This is how you determine the name of the what? Polygon. So these are the basic types of polygon we have. So we'll go to the next thing. Regular and irregular polygon. What does regular polygon means and what does irregular polygon mean? A polygon may be regular or irregular. A polygon is said to be regular if all the sides or angles are all the same. That is, a regular polygon is a polygon in which all the sides are equal and all the interior angles that make up the total angle of that shape are also equal. For example, take a triangle. We have different types of triangle. We have isosceles triangle, whereby two sides are equal, the third side is not equal. We have a quadrilateral triangle, that is an equilateral triangle rather, whereby all the sides are equal. An equilateral triangle is an example of a regular polygon. An equilateral triangle is an example of a regular polygon. Look at a quadrilateral. Look at the what? Quadrilateral, excuse me. We have a rectangle and we have a square. A rectangle, you can see all the shapes are not equal. It has equal length, but the breadth is different from the length. But look at the square. It's a quadrilateral also. It has 4 sides. But all the sides are what? Equal. That gives you a what? A regular polygon. While an irregular polygon is which all the sides are not the same, or angles are not the same. When we talk about angles, look at an equilateral triangle. If all the sides are equal, then all the interior angles are also equal. The sum of angle in a triangle is what? 180. Thank you. The sum of angle in a triangle is what? 180. And if it's an equilateral triangle, divide 180 by 3. That is, each angle at each point in a equilateral triangle has 60 degrees, 60 degrees, and 60 degrees, making it what? 180. A quadrilateral that has all the sides equal, the sum of angle in a quadrilateral is what? 360. If you divide 360 by 4, you have 90, 90, 90, and 90. That's why you say a square, or it's like a rectangle triangle. All the sides are right angle 90, angle 90, angle 90. They are all the same. So this is the difference between a regular and a irregular polygon. Let me come again. A regular polygon is one which all the sides and angle are the same, while an irregular polygon is one which all the sides and angle are not the same. They have different angles. Thank you. So let's go to the next one. So we look at the interior angle of a polygon. Like I said earlier, the interior angle, from the word interior, it means inside. Angle of a polygon. So the interior angle of a polygon, these are the angles inside of a polygon. The angles inside of a what? Of a polygon. So these are the interior angles. From the definition, it says the number of sides of a polygon is equal to the number of interior angles. A triangle has 3 sides. The number of interior angles is also what? 3. A triangle has what? 3 sides. The number of interior angles is also what? 3. Look at a triangle. It has 3 sides. So the number of interior angles is what? 3. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. The number of interior angles is 4. A pentagon has 5 sides. The number of interior angles is what? 5. An hexagon has 6 sides. The interior angle is what? You should mention that. An heptagon has 7 sides. The interior angle is what? An octagon has 8 sides. The interior angle is what? Is 8. You understand? So this is what we are talking about. The interior angles of an angle, of a polygon, rather. The number of sides of a polygon is equal to the number of interior angles. So how do you find the interior angle? How do you calculate the sum of interior angles? Like a triangle now, you know all the sides is what? 180. The number of the total sum of angles in a triangle is what? 180. So there's a way you calculate it. You just if you know of triangle, you know of quadrilateral 360. What about pentagon, heptagon? So how do you find the sum of interior angles in these things? That is where the interior angle comes in. Look at the definition. The angle in a polygon is called the interior angle. The angles are called the interior angles. The angles are called what? The interior angles. Let me give it to you here. This is called the interior angle. Look at those colors showing the angles. How many sides is this? Let's count. AB is 1, BC is 2, CD is 3, D is 4, AE is 5. That is a pentagon. This shape gives you a pentagon, and it has how many what sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of angles there is looking at the color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of sides also determines the number of what? Interior angles. But look at the color, you can see the angles. They are determined, they are the angles inside of a what? A polygon. So that's the interior angle. So look at it here. The angle of a polygon, the angle in a polygon is called the interior angle, and is equal to n minus 2 times 180. N minus 2 times 180. Where n stands for the what? The number of sides. Looking at this shape, the number of sides here is what? 5. So n there stands for the number of, this is how to calculate it. You say the sum of interior angle equals to what? N minus 2 times what? 180. Let me take an example. Let me give you, let's say a triangle. How many sides of a triangle have? A triangle has 3 sides. So put 3 in place of n. That is 3 minus 2 is what? 1. 1 times 180 is what? 180. That is the sum of interior angles in a triangle is what? 180. I believe you know that the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is what? 360. And it has how many sides? 4. Put 4 in the place of n. Then you have 4 minus 2 times what? 180. That is 4 minus 2 is what? 2. 2 times 180 will give you what? 360 degrees. To give you 360 degrees. That is sum of interior angle equals to n minus 2 times 180, where n is the number of sides. So let me take you through the shape again. So this is what? The shape of our interior angle. Looking at it, the number of interior angles is determined by the number of sides of that was polygon. And this is a pentagon. It has 5 sides. So the number of interior angles is what? 5. So let's go to the next thing, which is what? Solve example. Let us take some example. It's more or less of what I've calculated before. The sum of interior angle in a triangle is what? A triangle has 3 sides. And you know the sum of interior angles, the also calculate is what? N minus 2 times 180. So put n there. So you have 3 minus 2 times 180 equals to what? 180. And okay, let's calculate for quadrilateral. It is the same thing. You can solve that. So I would like you to solve for pentagon, which is 5 sides. So what will be the answer? I'm waiting for you to calculate that. So you calculate for hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon. You will now know you'll be able to determine the number of interior angles in these shapes. That's how you calculate it. This is what you should try. Try them as you're reading this or as you're following this topic. Try those ones now. Get the answer and compare that. You understand it very, very well, what I'm talking about. So let's go to the next thing. Exterior angle of a polygon. Exterior angle of a polygon. This is like the opposite of what? Interior. When you say inside, the opposite of inside is what? Outside. So these are the angles outside of a what? A polygon. These are the angles outside of a what? A polygon. From the definition, it says this is the angle between any side of a shape and a line extended from the next side. It is an angle at a vertex. We all know what a vertex is, what the endpoint of a polygon. Outside the polygon formed by one side and the extension of an adjacent side. Let me give you what we are talking about here. This is what we are talking about. Look at these angles. Look at all where the colors are pasted. Look at this. This is what? An interior angle here. This is an interior shape. But the line extended here. Look at that. There's an extension line here. Look at it. Extended line. One exterior angle here. Look at the angle C here. That is the exterior angle. This point here. That is the exterior angle. But look at the interior angle here. This one will be the interior angle here 1. There's another interior angle here 2. There's another one here 3. There's another one here 4. And there's another one. This is a pentagon also. But there's an extension, a line extension outside of the shape of a polygon. The angle formed with the line of the polygon and the extended one is called the exterior angle. Look at all these exterior angles here. Look at B. We have 2 exterior angles here connected by the line coming from C down to B. The extension gives an angle here. The extension here from A gives an angle here. So you can see this is what we call the what? Exterior angle. So let's go back to the definition. The sum of exterior angle rather is equal to 360. So each exterior angle is calculated by 360 degrees by n over n, where n is the number of sides. Unlike the interior angle, how do we calculate it? That is the sum of interior angle is equal to what? N minus 2 times 180. Calculating it, that you have what? The sum of interior angles. But in this case, the sum of exterior angles is equal to what? 360 divided by what? N. You all know what n stands for. The number of sides of the polygon what? In question. Note, the interior angle and the exterior angle measured from the same line add up to what? 180. That is the sum of angle on a straight line. I will give you that. That is the sum of angle on a straight line is equal to what? 180. Look at this now. This shape here is a what? Is a polygon. Let's count the sides here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-shaped polygon, which is a pentagon. So the angle here is 65. But as you can see, it's not a regular polygon, whereby all the angles are the same or all the sides are the same. But the line extension we talked about here, this extension line comes in place here, now forming a straight line. And this angle outside is called what? The exterior angle. So from the sum of angles on a straight line, which is equal to 180, you can see that this interior angle and this exterior angle forms a straight line. They form a what? Straight line. So the sum of angle on a straight line gives what? 180. So if this one is 165, how did they get 115 here? That is the sum of what? Interior angle plus exterior angle will give you what? 180. So if you do the calculation there, you have what? Interior angle 65 plus exterior angle equals to 180. 180 minus 65 will give you what? 115. That's what this explanation is talking about. The interior angle and the exterior angle measured from a straight line. The angle on a straight line will give you what? 180. Therefore, interior angle plus exterior angle equals to what? 180. Look at the shape once again. Study it for a second or two. Look at one exterior angle and all the exterior angles there. The angles outside are called the exterior angle, while the interior angles are the angles inside of a polygon. I believe you can differentiate between the interior angle and the exterior angle now. Yeah, thank you. Let's continue. Soft example. I'll solve this one for you on the exterior angle. I'll solve this for you on the exterior angle. And I believe with what we have explained, you can tackle questions. I've sent some questions to your online notes. I believe with this explanation, you go back there and solve those questions. I know some of you might have tried the questions, and some might still be having a little bit of difficulty. But with the explanation now and with the diagrams to explain, you will be able to solve through any question. And I'm confident and I know that you can do it. You can do it. All you need to do is just focus, concentrate totally while you're studying this. When you get this total concentration as you used to have in your class, create a class in your mind and stay in there and study very, very well. I believe you can do it. I know you can do it. I trust you guys. So solve example. Calculate the exterior and the number of sides of a regular polygon with an interior angle of 60. Calculate the exterior and the number of sides of a polygon. Of a regular polygon. When you say regular polygon, that is all the sides are what? Equal. All the angles are what? Interior angles are what? Equal. If you remember when we explained what regular polygon is, all the sides are what? Are equal. Let me take you through it again. A polygon is said to be regular if all the sides and angles are the same. That is, they are what? Equal. So look at the example. All the sides. So solution. The interior angle is given as what? 60. Number of sides is given as what? N. Let the exterior angle be given as what? X. Because we have to calculate the what? Exterior angle. We don't know the number of sides. And we don't know the number of what? The exterior angle. Calculate the exterior angle. We don't know. So how do we calculate it? From the formula. You know, if you want to calculate interior now, you have what? N minus 2 times 180. But in the case of what? Exterior angle, that is what? Sum of exterior angle equals to what? 360 over n. But looking at the example, you have interior angle equals to 60. Number of side equals to n. And let the exterior angle equals to what? X. So what is the relationship between the exterior and the interior angle? If you are given an interior angle, and you have to find the exterior angle, you should know that from this formula given here, that is the sum of interior angle and the exterior angle equals to what? 180. Look at the note here. Therefore, interior angle plus exterior angle equals to what? 180. So make it simple. So now that you have the interior angle, what do you need to do? Just say 60 plus x, where x represents the what? Exterior angle equals to what? 180. If you are going to solve through, make x the subject of the formula. You take 60 to the other side, makes it minus. You have 180 minus 60, gives you what? 120. What is your exterior angle? Your exterior angle gives you what? 120. That is as simple as that. That's as simple as that. So far, you know the relationship between the interior angle and the exterior angle, which equals to 180, and you are given one of those sides, that is the interior angle. What you need to do is just put in the characters and solve. I believe you understand what I'm talking about. Put in the character and solve. So the exterior angle is what? 120 degree. Recall. How do you solve an exterior angle? The sum of exterior angle, the total sum of angles, the exterior angle equals to what? 360 over n. Now you know the total sum of the exterior angle. The angle outside of the shape is what? 120. And we know the relationship is that exterior angle equals to 360 over n. 360 over n. Just like this, let's say this is the 360 here. This angle outside is the 360, but this is not this is one of I'm just using it as an illustration for you to get the exterior angle I'm talking about. So exterior angle there is what? 360 over n. Now we have to calculate the number of sides. The number of sides in this relationship, we can calculate it. That is exterior angle equals to 360 over n, where n is the number of what? Side. All you just need to what? Put in your character. What is the exterior angle of that shape? 120 equals to 360 over what? N. Make n the subject of the formula. We solve through. N becomes what? 3. You can try that solving through that. This cross multiply, you have 120 times n. You cross multiply here, you have 120 times what? N, and divide both sides by 120, you have what? N equals to 3. Therefore, the number of sides is what? 3. You can see how these things are calculated using the relationship between them. The sum of angle of interior angle equals to what? N minus 2 times 180. That's how you calculate. Now, I've given you an assignment here. That is, you should solve all this, the sum of angles in all these shape. That is the sum of angle in a triangle, the sum of angle in a quadrilateral, which I have solved for you. And you should also go and what? Do it. I solved for quadrilateral, for triangle here, for a quadrilateral also. So I need this to solve for what? Pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon. Get all the sum of angles and those are polygon. I need to do all that. So the exterior angle, as a revision, you know, is what? So the exterior, each exterior angle equals to what? 360 over n. 360 over n, where n stands for the number of what? Side. I believe with this explanation, you can solve through any question. Pause it, stop the video, play again, try everything I've said, calculate, get your pen and your book, solve and solve. Solve those questions I gave you, all the polygon, get the sum of angles and those polygon, relate interior angle to exterior angle to give you 180, solve through. Practice makes perfection. So with this, I believe with doing all this, you'll get better. And with the explanation here, I believe you can solve the assignment I've given earlier in the online notes. But if you're having any difficulty with solving through, you can always contact or reach me through the WhatsApp page created for the parent and student to the teacher. You can send your questions there. We can read everything on there. We'll solve, we assist you there. That is why we are there. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I believe by next week we'll have our next class, and this is the way by which we'll be going through our classes. Thank you once again. Have a nice day.